Hi everyone, this is Odalis, and again, this is one of my student videos. So today is on English. So let's talk about Alexander Fleming and the discovery of the penicillin. Well, all of this begins when a Scottish bacteriologist called Alexander Fleming discovered penicillin in 1928, accidentally when he observed that a fungus contaminated his bacterial cultures. Well, this discovery made it possible to introduce antibiotics that greatly reduce the number of deaths caused by infection. Some persons that make it possible is Howard W. Florey from the University of Oxford in collaboration with Ernest B. Chain, Norman G. Hitley, and Edward P. Abraham successfully brought penicillin from the laboratory to the clinic as a medical treatment in 1941. And well, the discovery and development of penicillin was a milestone in 20th century pharmaceutical chemistry. As we can see, the discovery of penicillin marked the beginning of the antibiotic era and allowed for the treatment of previously deadly bacterial infections. Really, it helps. So now let's talk about some key points. We have three here. The first one says that penicillin was crucial in treating infections in wounded soldiers, significantly reducing mortality from bacterial infections. The number two is that although penicillin is effective, it can cause hypersensitivity or allergic reactions, ranging from skin rashes to anaphylactic shock, as well as gastrointestinal effects. And the third one is that the excessive and or incorrect use of antibiotics, including penicillin, has contributed to the development of resistant bacteria, making infections harder to treat. With the beginning of the penicillin, we can see some consequences that are from good to bad ones. So we have these ones: a drastic reduction in deaths from infections and the development of the pharmaceutical industry. In addition, some diseases once considered fatal were able to be treated thanks to penicillin, including syphilis, leprosy, meningitis, gonorrhea, and gangrene. But although penicillin brought many effects, its misuse could lead to some consequences. We have three. The number one is overconsumption of penicillin can lead to the emergence of resistant bacteria, making infections more difficult to treat. The number two is that this antibiotic began to be referred to as a miracle drug, which leads to its uncontrolled consumption and consequently the development of bacterial resistance. And the third one is that penicillin can persist in the environment and cause poisoning in animals and plants. So, what would I have done to improve this situation? I believe that the creation of penicillin was something we needed from the very beginning, so I don't see any issue with this invention. However, what I would have done or what would do now to improve some of the current consequences that we see before is to investigate more deeply how to make this chemical more environmentally friendly with animals and plants. Additionally, I would create a system in pharmacies that dispense these and other medications that allowing only a certain measured amount of this drug to be sold to each person within a specific period. So like this we can have a better control of this type of drugs and injury. So now how could this improve the world? With the changes that I suggest, I believe we could have better control over the consequences of excessive penicillin consumption, as well as reduce its harmful impact on the environment. So, what I really hope for future generations is that they can find significant improvements in each of these medications, live with the certainty that there is a solution for every disease, and know how to manage any situation or illness they face. Because, yeah, it's the better thing that I could wish for them. So, this is all my video for today. I hope you like it. I hope you can understand my words because I don't really speak too much English. I'm learning, so I'm trying. But thank you so much and have a nice day.